Why did Cassandra, the daughter of Mother Gothel, take over Corona? She seemed like she was ready to come back to her friends and family, so why did she become the bad guy? Even after learning the truth about who her mother was, betraying her best friend Rapunzel, and embracing the dark moonstone and the demon Zhan Tiri's guidance, she has been wrestling with the morality of what she has been doing, since a part of her still wants to return to Rapunzel. She still had held on to her life in Corona and all of the people she loved, even when she hurt them in her process to take back her destiny. There's been a lingering conflict within her that we have even seen more recently when she teamed up with Raps under Gothel's cottage. But in the final episode before the series finale, we are shown a Cassandra who truly is ready to seek redemption, though she does not go through with it. Hello, I'm Isaac from Wotso Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people. On my channel, I focus on spreading magic by examining Disney, so if you are new here, consider following all of my adventures on Instagram at Wotso Videos, which is linked down below, and of course, consider subscribing. But now, let's go and understand everything that happened in the monumental story of Once a Handmaiden. Cassandra, your story is so difficult to watch sometimes because it's just so clearly tragic that you can't see all of the good that's right in front of you. Rapunzel wants you to ask for forgiveness, and she wants to say that she's sorry as well. Cassandra just has to approach Rapunzel, but she's unwilling to do that even when she feels that she needs to. After learning the truth that Zhan Tiri had distorted the one memory that had shown Mother Gothel had loved her, Cassandra questions the intentions of the individual who had guided her down her path. And when that happens, Cass finally learns who she had been following. By touching the enchanted girl, in a flash we see a mystical relic with indecipherable symbols all around it with the sun and moon on either side of it, which I think represents the ancient entity that long ago broke apart to create the Sundrop and the moonstone. That balanced white orb is then consumed by the sharp hand of what I believe to be Zhan Tiri, and in a flash, we're brought to the symbol of Corona, and the Sundrop melt away to reveal a silhouette of Cassandra. This is likely indicating that soon Cass will erode the light of Corona, and possibly Rapunzel as well. This fades into Zhan Tiri's demonic form screeching until we see only its face consume the vision.
You're that ancient demon Zhan Tiri?
The imagery within this moment was absolutely insane. Tangled the series has had so many iconic, picturesque scenes, and this one truly captured a lot of the beauty of the show. The visuals only seem to keep getting better, and they are all used for a purpose. This vision showed what Cass will likely degrade into, and brought on a deeply disturbing realization for her that she was in league with an entity she believed to be pure evil. And because of that, Cassandra questions what she has been doing more than ever.
Am I the bad guy? What am I doing to my home, my friends, Rapunzel?
Cassandra's understanding of her purpose and her role in the world came crashing down upon her, and in that moment she decides that she wants to do what is right. But the problem is that she has a deep fear within her when she returns.
Because I'm scared she won't forgive me.
That's why Cass hides underneath the shape-shifting cloak of Rotundus when she enters Corona. She disguises herself as Rapunzel's new lady-in-waiting, Faith. That's actually my cousin's name, shout out to Faith. But of course we know that Zhan Tiri could not let Cassandra go. She desires to have the moonstone under her control for when she attempts to bring about her revenge against Corona. So of course, she watches over Cass.
What are we laughing at?
Honestly, that moment was hilarious. I just love when Zhan Tiri's brought down a peg. Shorty is just the perfect person to break up Zhan Tiri's egotistical, controlling, and dangerous aura. But back to Cassandra. Under the disguise of Faith, Rapunzel and Cassandra are able to bond as they work together to put on the Goodwill Festival. They assert as a team that the festival should still commence. They capture a new gopher for the gopher grab, and they even put on a stage performance for the kingdom. It seemed like Cassandra might be able to show who she was to Rapunzel, ask for forgiveness, and move forward in their relationship again, especially since she knew that Rapunzel believed that she had goodness within her. Cass just had to listen to her and really internalize what Raps was attempting to tell her, but that's easier said than done.
I really believe that deep down, she is still a good person.
Really?
I was personally convinced that Cass would finally have her moment to stand alone again and have the freedom to make her own decision on who she would become. And I was hoping that Cassandra would make the decision to go back and work with Corona, so that these two sisters, Rapunzel and Cassandra, would be able to take down Zhan Tiri together. And while that still might happen, it just hasn't happened yet. When the Cloak of Rotundus is ripped off of Cassandra by Zhan Tiri and the guards begin to descend upon her, Cass takes action to protect herself and starts making decisions that I was hoping she would not make. Even when Rapunzel begs her to stop and assures her it's not too late to mend their relationship, she's unwilling to hear it when she's attacked by Varian's obsidian weapon, which was used again because of Zhan Tiri meddling during the fight. In that moment, in part because of the situation that Zhan Tiri orchestrated, when given the opportunity to forge her own path, when she was able to finally choose Corona again, Cassandra chose to turn her back on everyone she loved. This was also hard to watch because it just seemed like Cassandra was being so difficult. Rapunzel was trying to get her to listen and to see that all she had to do was wait and come back with them, but she just wasn't willing to hear what the kingdom was attempting to tell her. I know that sometimes people go down the wrong paths and just keep making the wrong decisions, but that doesn't mean it's any less difficult to see happen. People can make mistakes and come back from it. They shouldn't have to be pushed away forever, and Rapunzel knows that. And I believe that Cass does know that too. But when all of this happened, Cassandra decided to go her own way, against Rapunzel. Cassandra had made threats in the past, had hurt those she loved, and remained an intimidating force, but now she was committing to the darkness just as her mother had done before her.
You want me to be the bad guy? Fine. Now I'm the bad guy.
This was an incredible callback to the original story of Rapunzel, showing that Cassandra was able to become a destructive force like her mother in a completely new way. I don't think Cassandra has the truly evil characteristics of Gothel, but she has a power that makes her so much more dangerous than we've ever seen Gothel have, at least so far. Between you and me, I think Gothel has a bit more influence over the world than we originally saw. Regardless though, what we know for sure is that no one commanded Cassandra to do what she did. Cass made her choice, and she chose the easier path away from forgiveness and decided to stay closed off. And we know this is what comes more naturally to her because that's what she admitted on stage as faith.
Not everyone can look someone else in the eye and say, I'm hurting, or I'm sad, or even I'm sorry.
When she took action, as the villain portion of herself was embraced, Cassandra used a potion to halt the efforts of the Sun Drop, along with the power of the moonstone and Zhan Tiri's weapon, known as the Mind Trap Talisman, to neutralize the guards and those who fought against her. Their weapons were destroyed, the castle fell into ruins, and in the end, Eugene, who had just become Captain the Guards, which I just made a video about, which you can find linked below, commanded the citizens of Corona to fall back so that they wouldn't become prisoners within the castle. While Cassandra had been pulled back and forth between her kingdom and her idealized destiny, when she saw the evil that was before her, she attempted to turn away. But its allure appears to have been too much for her when she thought forgiveness would never come. I don't think she's a purely dark person. I even still think she has the ability to be redeemed, but she's gone so far. How could she be brought back? Of course, Rapunzel and all who support the princess would not let these actions stand for much longer. Cassandra and Zhan Tiri would need to be faced and stopped, but for now, Cass had shown her commitment to the path of evil and was in the exact place Zhan Tiri had hoped that she would be in. I hate that Cassandra is being used as a pawn, but she has allowed this to happen. When Rapunzel finally woke up, we are able to see that one of her greatest fears that we had learned about previously had come true. Cassandra, the daughter of Mother Gothel, dominated her kingdom with the Black Rocks and sat upon her best friend's throne, for she had taken over Corona.
Corona falls today!
But what do you think of these developments? Do you believe Cassandra can still be brought back? Let me know down below, and while you're down there, be sure to help out the channel by liking the video and subscribing and clicking the beautiful bell if you're new. Also, go buy the Wotso Videos merchandise. Make sure to listen to my podcast Following Dreams, which has a new episode out today about what it's like being a part of the Disney College program, and consider supporting the channel over on Patreon so you can join the private Discord and become a producer of the show. Finally, I hope you can go enjoy the Tangled The Series finale this weekend. Thanks for watching, and have a magical day.